Hey there, Team Aspire family, Landon Stewart here, and inside of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a few secrets on how you can generate leads and sales using the internet for your WooCommerce business. And what I have here is I have a lead capture page by our friend in the group, Orlando, who's totally awesome. Orlando, I appreciate you for letting me review your capture page here and just give you a couple of tips and help you make it a little bit better than what it is right now so that it can convert higher and so that you can make more money, have higher ROI. And so here's the lead capture rates that Orlando is currently using, and inside of this video I'm going to review it and talk about it. So the number one rule, first of all, before we get started and before I start going over the capture page, is let me give you a couple of kind of background pieces of information here. So number one, rule with direct response marketing, and this is an important rule, and if you're watching this, I want you to write this down right now, and this is the law of congruency, and I'm just going to write down the law of C, okay? So the law of congruency with your marketing. So what does that mean? Well, here's what that means. Whenever you're generating leads on the internet, the first step of generating leads is obviously going out and placing an ad somewhere. Now, this ad can be anywhere, right? You can do the ads, you can do video marketing for this, you can do Facebook pay-per-click, you can do Bing pay-per-click, you can do blogging, whatever you want. You have to go out there on the internet and generate some sort of traffic online to your lead capture page. So this right here, this symbolizes the ad, and then you go from an ad to what's called a lead capture page, which is what we had right there. And so the lead capture page, it only has one thing that we want to do with a lead capture page, and that's just capture someone's email address. So with the ad, there's only one thing we want the ad to do, and the only thing we want the ad to do is get someone to make a decision to click on a link. That's all we want the ad to do. With the capture page, all we want the capture page to do is capture someone's email address so that we can follow up with them later through email marketing, right? And then after someone enters in their email address, we then take them to either a training video or to a sales video where we get them to buy our products. So this is kind of what a sales funnel looks like, and inside of that we have the law of congruency. And basically what that means is you want your ad and your capture page to be 100% congruent. So if your ad says, click here to learn how you can create a full-time income on the internet without talking to friends and family, what do you want your lead capture page headline to be? The exact same thing that you told them they were going to get in the ad. And this is crucially important. I learned this concept about 2 years ago, and after I learned it, generating leads on the internet literally became the easiest thing ever for me when it was so hard for me to do for like 3 years straight on the internet. I struggled for a long time online, and one of the main reasons why is because I didn't understand the law of congruency, which is making your ad 100% congruent to your lead capture page. So what you do is you'd write your ad, you'd have a call to action on your ad that says, click here to see X, right? Click here to learn, or click here to get this video that's going to show you blank, right? Show you how to create a full-time income on the internet, whatever it is, right? So you have your ad, and then the headline on your lead capture page, the headline on the capture page needs to be 100% congruent to what the ad says. So it can literally state the exact same thing. And if it's not the exact same headline, really similar to what the ad is, and that's crucially important. So that's the law of congruency. Before you start building capture pages, before you start doing any of your own sales funnels on the internet, you need to make sure everything is congruent. You can have a terrible capture page that doesn't have any of the things that a really good capture page can have, and it will still convert really high if it's congruent to the ad, right? So that's the first principle that I want to talk about. The second principle that I want to talk about is targeting, and write this down too. Number 2, let's talk about targeting. So whenever you're doing an ad, your ad needs to be 100% targeted to an individual person, and sometimes in this space we call that, write down targeting. We call this like your avatar, right? And so what's an avatar? Well, an avatar let's see, let me write this down. So an avatar is basically like the perfect specimen. So your avatar is like your perfect prospect, the person that you're going to be targeting to. So whenever you're creating your ads on the internet, right, you're going to be targeting a very specific audience. So for example, on Facebook, you would want to, if you wanted to do Facebook ads, right, you got in your mind, you're like, I want to do Facebook ads, I want to do paid advertising on Facebook. Well, what you would want to do is actually, inside of your mind, think, who would be most likely to want to buy my product? products. Now, with what we have here with WooCar, we have two very specific products. We have number one, the cashback side, the customer side, and then we have number two, we have the rep side, recruiting people into the business so that they can build a business just like you are. In this video, I'm going to focus on the business side of it because the business side is really where my focus is at right now, not the customer side. Eventually, it is going to be the customer side. That's really the big play. But for this video, because of the type of capture page that Orlando was using here, we're going to focus on the business side. So inside of your head, you're going to think, who would be most likely to buy this product? Who would be most likely to want to start a business or to join a network marketing business? And the answer to that question is a few different people. Number one would be network marketers, right? Someone who's in network marketing right now would be very likely, that's an A, I don't know, network marketing. That stands for network marketers, right? People who are in network marketing right now are highly likely to want to buy another network marketing business. So that would be an ideal prospect for us. Another ideal prospect would be people who read business books. So people like Robert Kiyosaki or people like Tony Robbins. People who are into business would be likely to want to start a business on the internet and would be interested in this. So what you would do, number one, when creating your capture page, you don't just go out and create a capture page that's generic. What you want to do with your capture page and what you want to do with your ad is target a very specific audience. So if you're going to talk to network marketers, let's say you want to create an ad where you're going to be talking to network marketers, and this isn't just on Facebook. Pretty much with any type of platform, you can target specific people. With Bing and Yahoo pay-per-click, you can also target specific keywords. If you're doing blogging, again, you can target specific keywords with people who are likely to be interested in the business or the customer side. You can target very specific people. So we use network marketers as an example. If you're going to be making an ad and it's going to be targeting network marketers, well then what do you want to do? You want to write your ad specifically for them. And so what you'd want to do, here's the best kind of headline that you can do. It's really simple. It's major benefit plus pain they feel. Okay, so here's what that looks like. And let me kind of delete this real quick. So it's major benefit plus pain. That's a really good headline. So what's like a major benefit for network marketers? Well, what do network marketers want? They want to recruit more people into their business, right? So we'll just kind of focus on this. They want to recruit people into their business. That's really what most network marketers want. Oops. They want to recruit people into their business. And what do they not want to do? Well, if we want to figure out what network marketers don't want to do, we need to tap into their pain. So what's the pain that network marketers have? Well, they have to talk to friends and family, they have to do cold calls, and they have to do all the stuff that causes them pain. They get rejected and things like that. So you could write an ad that's like how to recruit people into your network marketing business. How to recruit people into your network marketing business without picking up the phone or without talking to friends and family. And this can be applicable to anything, right? So if you're targeting Robert Kiyosaki people, a thing that Robert Kiyosaki talks about a lot is getting out of the rat race. So you can have a headline that's like, here's how to get out of the rat race forever or whatever it is. But what you want to do, number one, is you want to make your capture page and you want to make your ads targeting a very specific audience. And here's the reason why I'm talking about all of this. Let me delete this real quick. So let's go back to the capture page. Now this is a really good start, Orlando. I'm proud of you for taking action and getting a really cool capture page up, but we have a few problems, right? Who is this capture page targeting exactly, right? This capture page doesn't target network marketers at all because it doesn't even talk about network marketing. And that's not a bad thing. You don't have to target network marketers. You could target internet marketers, right? But here's the main problem with this capture page, number one, and there's a few things. There's a few things that we can fix on this and make it convert really high. And number one is that it isn't specific on what they're going to learn, right? It has find out why people are leaving businesses, but that's not really a major benefit, right? Because people, whenever they're on a capture page, they don't really care about these 7- and 8-figure income earners. The only thing they care about in this moment where they're on this page is what is this in it for me, right? And so here's another law of copywriting. Here's another law of copywriting, another secret. And that is the law of specificity. And I don't even know how to spell that. That's being specific, right? If you want your capture page to convert at a high rate and your headline to convert really high, you want to be as specific as humanly possible. So like if your headline, if you want to teach network marketers how to recruit people, you don't just say, here's how to recruit new reps. You'd say, here's how to recruit 3 to 5 new reps a week into your business. Or here's how I've personally recruited 368 people into my business in the last 12 months without picking up the phone or talking to friends and family. And so I'm being very, very, very specific. And if we go back to the capture page, it isn't specific at all. It just says top internet marketers reveal how to make money online. So the number one problem so far is that we aren't talking to a very specific audience because this is very, very generic. And what we would want to do, so for example, if we were going to make a campaign and we were going to make capture pages, we would actually create a different ad and a different capture page for internet marketers than we would for network marketers because they're both very, very different. They're different kinds of people, right? And so if we wanted to talk to internet marketers, we would talk about what are the benefits that internet marketers want. Well, they want to generate traffic, right? They want to generate traffic on the internet. Or maybe they're struggling to generate traffic. So maybe you could have an ad that's, here's how to create a full-time income online without generating your own traffic, because they don't have to with WooCar because of the rotator, right? And so without having to generate your own traffic, right? Because that's something that internet marketers struggle with. And so basically what I'm getting across right here is that you want to make your ad deadly specific to the person you're talking to. So you want to get super clear. Am I going to target network marketers or internet marketers or home business people? Am I going to target people who have brick and mortar businesses? Am I going to target people who are into Robert Kiyosaki or Tony Robbins? Who am I going to talk to specifically? What do those people want? What are the problems those people face? What problems does WooCar solve for those people? And you want to make your ad based on benefits and solving those problems that those very, very specific people have. I hope that makes sense to Orlando, and I hope that makes sense to everyone watching. And so now let's kind of move down and get a little bit more specific with this exact capture page. So that would be my advice for the headline is, number one, get clearer on who you're going to be targeting. Number two, get clearer on exactly what they're going to learn by entering in their email address. And number three, make it benefits without the pain. So if you wanted to talk to internet marketers, you could say, attention internet marketers, here's how to create a full-time income on the internet, or here's how to create a five-figure income on the internet, or whatever it is. We can't use exact numbers because of compliance issues. So I would say here's how to create a full-time income on the internet without driving traffic, or without generating leads, or without a lot of the pain that internet marketers face. If you wanted to target network marketers, if that's who you were talking to, then you would want to talk to them in a way that's applicable to them. Here's how to recruit people on the internet without talking to friends and family. And if this is a generic capture page that you're going to be like placing it to people who aren't in network marketing currently, who aren't in internet marketing currently, then you would want to focus on the business side, like friends. And if this capture page is going to like your friends and family or just generic on Facebook, what you would want to do then is make it about the business. So here's how to start your own business from home and create a full-time income only working a few hours a day. And so you make your ad 100% specific to the audience that you're talking to. I hope that makes sense. So now let's move on here. I would use some sort of a capture page with this red entire background and it kind of stretching the length. You see how it kind of stretches the length of the page? We actually want this to be as skinny as possible, and you'd want this to have like a white background with black and red letters because that converts the highest, right? So you'd want to choose maybe a different design that would have sort of like, the red is fine on the outside, but I would choose a design that has like white in the middle with red and black letters because that is proven to convert the highest. And then we have, okay, now let me get to the next principle here of marketing with capture pages, and that is the law of the fold. The law of the fold. And so basically, what does the law of the fold mean? Well, basically, in advertising, we have a concept on the internet called above the fold. And basically, what above the fold means is everything that is viewable above this scroll right here. And here's what that means, and here's why this is really, really, really important. If your main information is below the fold, so basically, if people have to scroll down to see your opt-in form, it's going to convert way, way, way lower because people are not very likely to scroll down the page. And so basically right here it says enter your email address, and it is below the fold on my computer, and that's going to decrease your conversion rates a lot. And so what we'd want to do, I do like this replay will be removed in, but it says in 56 days. And so if it says within 56 days this replay is going to be removed, that's not going to add a lot of urgency unless it said like this replay is going to be removed within within 10 minutes. And so this actually isn't even adding very much, like, even if it said this replay will be removed in 24 hours, that would still be like no urgency to people. Urgency has to be right now. And so that's not a bad thing because the replay probably isn't going to be removed in 15 minutes. So basically what I'm saying here is this replay, it's a cool idea, and I'm glad that you're doing it, though it's not going to increase conversion rates at all. And in fact, because it pushes the opt-in form below the fold, this replay button will actually decrease conversion rates. Your conversion rates, and you can test this for yourself. I do want everyone watching, in Orlando, you especially, I do want you to not take everything that I say as gospel. I have generated in the last year over 10,000 leads on the internet, and I have recruited into my primary businesses now over the last year over 400 people personally in the last year. So I know a lot about recruiting. I know a lot about generating leads, though I don't know everything, right? So if you want to say, you know what, Landon, I don't trust what you're saying, I'm just going to go test it myself, that's totally fine with me. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm just telling you what I have learned. And you want your opt-in form 100% of the time to be above the fold. The higher this opt-in form is on the page, so if the opt-in form was like right here, it would convert higher. It would convert higher almost 100% of the time. So I hope all of that makes sense to you, Orlando. So again, here's the action steps for you, and I hope everyone watching this wrote some of this information. Now, number one is congruency, right? So whenever you're placing your ads on the internet, and you might not want to do paid ads, you could do blogging, you could do video marketing, you can do whatever kind of ads you want. Whatever kinds of ads you're doing, you want it to be 100% congruent. So let's say you're doing a YouTube video, and you want to send people to a capture page. In your YouTube video, you would say, click on the link below, because when you do, you're going to come to a free video. And that free video is going to show you how you can, and let's say we're targeting network marketers, how you can recruit 3 to 5 new people into your business every week without talking to friends and family. Click the link below right now. They click the link below, and you know what the capture page says? Free video. How to recruit 3 to 5 new people a week into your business without talking to friends and family. And then it has an opt-in form right below it. Enter in your email address, and boom, right? So basically, what I want you to see, so here's how a sales funnel works again. Ad, capture page, sales page, emails, right? So this is how a sales funnel is laid out. And I want you to kind of see all of this, and like here's like the money, right? So the money's like right here. Here's the money. You have all this money laying down here, and I want you to kind of see all of these as like a blocking point to get people to the money. So number one, what we want to do is optimize this as much as possible, the ad, get as many people clicking on this ad as possible, going to this capture page as possible, as many people coming to the capture page, as much traffic as you can get. Then we want to optimize this capture page and get as many people who come to this capture page leaving. You want this capture page to convert at a minimum of 50%. 50% at minimum. Going to the sales page. Then we want to optimize the sales page. Now, thankfully, WooCar is coming out with sales pages, so you're not going to have to create sales pages and write emails on your own, but we can still optimize the ads and the rest of the marketing sequence, right? So number one is be congruent from your ad to your capture page. Number two is be very clear with who you're targeting. So if you're targeting internet marketers, make an ad specifically for internet marketers. Your capture page specifically for internet marketers. If you're talking to just regular people who don't have a business yet, talk to them. Be very specific and clear with who you're targeting, because that'll increase conversion rates by a lot. Number three, be very, very, very specific with who, with what you're going to be teaching them. So we're going to teach you how to recruit 3 to 5 people a week, or we're going to show you how to generate traffic, hundreds of visitors a day on the internet, or whatever it is. Be very specific with what they're going to learn when they opt in. And that is my advice for you, Orlando. Also, the next piece of advice is right here. The next piece of advice, let me just delete that. The next piece of advice is to raise this opt-in form and get rid of this. Even though it's a really cool idea, it's just not actually going to increase conversion rates. I really like it. It's thinking outside the box, but it won't increase conversion rates. I'm almost nearly 100% positive. Now, if you wanted to split test it and find out, by all means do it, but I'm 100% positive, close to, that it won't increase your conversion rates. The higher this opt-in form is on your page, the higher it's going to convert for you. And I appreciate you, Orlando. Thank you for letting me review your capture page. I hope all of that information made sense to you. I appreciate you. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.